It's that time of year again. Your feed is flooded with pictures of couples exchanging gifts, holding hands, and smiling at candlelit dinners. The stores are packed with red hearts, roses, and everything meant to remind you that love is in the air. But for you, Valentine's Day might feel like something entirely different. A spotlight shining on everything you don't have, or everything you've lost. It's as though the world is celebrating something that you feel excluded from, something that highlights your loneliness. Maybe you've recently walked away from a toxic relationship. It took all your strength to leave, and while you know it was the right thing to do, now you're left with an overwhelming emptiness. The silence is deafening, and each day feels like another small step in piecing your life back together. Or perhaps you're nursing the wounds of a breakup. It wasn't what you wanted, and the pain still lingers. You find yourself replaying the good moments in your mind, wondering if you'll ever feel that connection again, or if you even deserve to lose it in the first place. Maybe you've been single for so long, you've started to question if love is even meant for you. It's hard not to feel left behind when everyone around you seems to have someone, while you're still waiting, hoping, or maybe even giving up on the idea altogether. If Valentine's Day feels more like a reminder of loneliness than celebration of love, I want you to know this. You're not alone. What you're feeling is real, and it's okay to feel this way. Healing from heartbreak, whether it's the end of an abusive relationship or the ache of longing, is not easy. But here's something I want you to hold on to. Your story isn't over. This loneliness you're feeling doesn't define you, and it won't last forever. Right now, you're in a phase of healing, of growth, even if it doesn't feel like it, and that's worth acknowledging. If this resonates with you, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. Together, we'll explore healing, rediscovery, and what it means to truly love yourself. Now, let's dive deeper. In this video, we're going to talk about why loneliness after a toxic relationship or breakup isn't the end of your story, and how you can use this Valentine's Day as a turning point to not just survive it, but to start building something new, something stronger, something just for you. Loneliness after leaving an abusive relationship or going through a breakup isn't just about missing someone. It's deeper than that. It's the emptiness that comes from losing who you were in the process. Abusive relationships, in particular, have a way of stealing your identity, molding you into someone you barely recognize. When you leave and cut contact, it's like going through withdrawal. You might feel that overwhelming urge to reach out, not because you truly miss them, but because the relationship became addictive. They were the drug, and now you're detoxing. It's painful, but this pain is your body and mind beginning to heal. One Reddit user described it perfectly. What you're feeling isn't just loneliness, it's the loss of yourself. These people love to steal who you are and mold you to their liking. But now, it's time to reconnect with that person you used to be. And that's where the healing begins. The good news is that healing is possible, and it starts with focusing on what brings you joy. So, let's explore how you can take small but meaningful steps forward. How do you cope with this kind of loneliness? Start by focusing on things that bring you joy, even in small doses. Do things just for your enjoyment. Take a walk, read a book, or make yourself a delicious meal. If you have a pet, spend time with them. They can be a great source of comfort. And if you're in a position to adopt a pet, that might be a wonderful step toward creating companionship. Journaling is another powerful tool. Write about your thoughts, the things that are good in your life, and the things you'd like to change. Reflect on what you want in your next relationship or friendships. Buy 2 journals. In one, write all the bad, cruel things they did. When you feel like reaching out, read it. In the second journal, write down the 5 good things about your day, no matter how small. Focus on those before you sleep. It's also important to reclaim your space. Rearrange your furniture, redecorate, or, as one person put it, hold a Viking funeral for the past. Burn old photos, donate things that remind you of them, and replace those items with things that feel fresh and new. Small changes in your surroundings can help you move forward emotionally. It's also important to acknowledge your feelings without judgment. One user shared this powerful reflection. Last time I felt this way, I rushed into another relationship. This time, I'm sitting with my feelings, trying to understand them instead of desperately trying to escape. Be curious about your emotions. Ask yourself why you're feeling a certain way and what it's teaching you. And remember, you don't have to fight these feelings. You can coexist with them while working toward healing. While all of this might feel overwhelming, routine can be a lifeline. Stick to small daily habits. Get out of bed when your alarm goes off, make your bed, grab a shower, and eat something nourishing. Exercise, even if it's just a short walk outside, and soak up a little sunlight each day. When you're struggling, but they're worth it. If therapy is an option, take it. A therapist can guide you through the complicated emotions you're experiencing and help you process the trauma in a safe space. If therapy isn't accessible, look into online resources, many of which are affordable and flexible. And don't hesitate to reach out to trusted friends or online communities for support. You don't have to navigate this journey alone. Remember, the loneliness you feel isn't permanent. It's a part of the process, a painful but necessary phase of rediscovery. As one user put it, what did you love to do before you met them? What do you want out of life? Who do you want to become? These are the questions you get to answer now. Be gentle with yourself and take it one day at a time. Healing takes effort, but you're already on your way. The world around us often tells us that being alone is something to fear, but the truth is, loneliness can be a space where healing begins. Think of this time as a blank canvas, a chance to ask yourself, what do I really want out of life? What hobbies or interests have you always wanted to explore? What parts of yourself were neglected in the relationship? They're the first steps toward building a life you can love, with or without someone by your side. One person shared how they reframed their loneliness, saying, I started looking at my feelings curiously instead of trying to fix them. When I felt lonely, I asked myself why, and then I poured that energy into something I enjoyed, like reading, coloring, or going for a walk. You don't have to have all the answers right away. Just start small, take one step, then another. Now is the perfect time to reconnect with the parts of yourself that got lost along the way. Did you love to paint, write, or dance before the relationship? What made you feel alive? Try those things again. It's not about being perfect. It's about rediscovering joy in the little things. This is also a time to dream. If you're ready, ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to create? What kind of people do I want to surround myself with? What attributes would I value in a future partner or a close friend? Writing these things down can help you see a vision of your future that's rooted in self-love and authenticity. One of the most powerful tools during this time is mindfulness. Take a few minutes each day to simply sit and breathe. Focus on the present moment, not the past, not the future. One user described it perfectly. Meditating for just 5 minutes a day helped me stay grounded. It reminded me that even in the chaos, there's peace to be found if you're willing to look for it. Mindfulness doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as sitting quietly with your thoughts, taking a walk, or noticing the world around you, and even savoring your morning coffee without distractions. These small moments of presence can help you feel more connected to yourself and the world, turning pain into strength. It's okay to feel the pain of loneliness. It's a natural part of the healing process, but don't let it define you. This chapter of your life is about transformation. The loneliness you feel today can become the foundation for a deeper relationship with yourself. Remember, every small step you take, whether it's trying a new hobby, journaling your thoughts, or meditating for a few minutes, brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. You're not just surviving, you're growing. Loneliness, as painful as it can be, isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new one where you get to rediscover what makes you happy, rebuild your sense of self, and create a life you truly love. And every time you choose to embrace this opportunity, you're proving to yourself just how strong and capable you are. Valentine's Day can feel overwhelming when you're healing, especially if it's tied to painful memories. But what if you shifted the focus from what's missing to what's within your control? This day doesn't have to be about anyone else. It can be about celebrating yourself. One person shared how they reframed Valentine's Day after their breakup. This was my first Valentine's without him, and I didn't miss him at all. I spent the day doing things I love. No fights, no stress, just me and my freedom. You can do the same. Take this day to do things just for you. Start small. Cuddle with your pet if you have one, or spend time journaling. Write yourself a love letter, reminding yourself of how far you've come and the promises you're making to yourself moving forward. Make it personal, make it empowering. Sometimes, a little indulgence can feel like an act of rebellion against the pain. Another user shared how listening to a healing audiobook helped them stay grounded. Consider picking up a book that inspires you or helps you heal. Or try something active, like taking a walk or going to the gym. Even cooking a special meal for yourself can feel like a celebration. The point is to give yourself something that feels good, without anyone else's approval or validation. Valentine's Day is also the perfect time to reclaim your environment. One user described how they cleared out old memories. I got rid of everything that reminded me of him. Photos, gifts, all of it. Then I rearranged my furniture and bought myself a new bedspread. It felt like a fresh start. Why not do the same? Rearrange your space, add something new like throw pillows or a plant you actually like, and make it yours again. Your surroundings should feel like a sanctuary, not a reminder of pain. It's easy to see Valentine's Day as a day for couples, but it can also be a day to celebrate being single. As one person put it, being single on Valentine's Day is the best. No fights, no unmet expectations, just peace and quiet. If you've ever spent Valentine's Day feeling dismissed or unappreciated in a toxic relationship, use this day to celebrate the fact that you're no longer there. You don't have to wait for someone else to make you feel special. You can do that for yourself. Valentine's Day can also be about creating symbolic gestures that help you let go of the past. One person shared, "I made a promise to myself. This last relationship may have been the worst, but it's going to be the last. This Valentine's Day, I'm choosing me." Write a similar promise to yourself, light a candle, or even plant something as a symbol of your growth. These small acts remind you that this day isn't about who you've lost, it's about who you're becoming. This Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about loneliness or pain. It can be about freedom, self-love, and rediscovery. Take this day as a chance to nurture yourself, reclaim your space, and celebrate this amazing person you're becoming. You deserve it. As you finish this video, I encourage you to take one of these ideas and make it your own this Valentine's Day. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this.